Interpretation of the Naval Ravikant. Introduction. Where lies the secret to wealth and happiness? Have you ever wondered why some people effortlessly balance wealth and happiness while we often lose ourselves in busyness? The Naval Ravikant, a book compiled from the social media insights of Silicon Valley investor Naval Ravikant, offers a transformative perspective. Wealth isn't about piling up money, and happiness isn't about chasing external things, it's about a complete shift in mindset. Why has this book swept the globe, igniting a spark in countless people to redefine their lives? Let's dive into Naval's philosophical world to uncover the underlying logic of wealth, health, and happiness. Naval Ravikant, a renowned Silicon Valley angel investor, has backed companies like Uber and Twitter, and his insights are known for their simplicity and depth. The Naval Ravikant distills his tweets and podcasts into a guide on wealth creation, health management, and the philosophy of happiness, helping ordinary people achieve freedom through a mindset upgrade. This article will start with the essence of wealth, break down key concepts like leverage, long-term thinking, health, and happiness, and provide an actionable guide to Naval's wisdom. Chapter 1. The True Definition of Wealth. What is wealth? Many believe it's a high salary, a mansion, or a luxury car, but Naval offers a different answer. You don't get rich by renting out your time. You must own scalable assets. Wealth isn't about trading time for money, but about building systems that work for you 24/7. This idea overturns the traditional work hard for money mindset, emphasizing leverage and long-term thinking to achieve financial freedom. Take Elon Musk as an example. He founded Zip2 and earned his first fortune by selling it, but instead of stopping, he invested in SpaceX and Tesla, creating scalable asset empires. Naval writes in the book, "True wealth is owning systems that create more wealth for you." Musk's success stems from seizing technological leverage, using innovation to reshape the future of space and automotive industries. SpaceX's Starship project, though high risk, has delivered exponential returns through technological breakthroughs. How can ordinary people build wealth? Naval suggests starting small by learning high-value skills like coding, writing, or design, and building a personal brand. He says, skills are leverage, knowledge is an asset. Take Emma Sorensen, a freelance illustrator who started by creating art for small clients, then showcased her work on social media, attracting global clients, and eventually launching an online course platform, boosting her monthly income from a few $1,000s to tens of thousands. Her success wasn't accidental, it came from building scalable assets through skills and branding. Wealth assets aren't limited to money or skills. Naval further notes that scalable assets can be products, systems, or influence. Product assets, like software or books, can be created once and sold repeatedly. System assets, like businesses or automated processes, operate continuously. Influence assets, like a personal brand, attract opportunities. For example, author J.K. Rowling built a product asset with the Harry Potter series, generating ongoing royalties and spawning films and theme parks, creating a systematized wealth stream. Naval says, assets are what make money while you sleep. Rowling's success lies in turning creativity into scalable assets, not relying on a single income source. How do you choose the right asset for yourself? Naval advises aligning with your interests and strengths to find repeatable domains. For instance, those who love teaching can develop online courses, while analytical minds can create data tools. Sebastian Colt, a financial analyst, started by offering consulting but later built an investment analysis tool, uploaded it to a cloud platform, attracted global users, and doubled his monthly income. His story shows that asset choices should leverage personal strengths to find scalable entry points. Are you building assets for the future, or are you still trapped in trading time for money? The starting point of wealth is redefining the value of time. Are you exchanging time for money, or are you building sustainable systems? This mindset shift isn't easy, as society often glorifies stable jobs. Naval warns, security is a trap. True security comes from controlling your own assets. Take Li Ka-shing as an example. Starting with a plastic flower business, he built a global asset network through real estate and port investments. His wealth didn't come from wages, but from systematized investments and compounding. Ordinary people can start with micro-assets, like opening a digital store or investing in index funds. Elena Valencia, a teacher, created an educational blog in her spare time, sharing teaching resources and eventually earning passive income through ads and course sales. Her story proves that starting small can lead to freedom through asset accumulation. What's your first step toward building assets? Chapter 2. The Power of Leverage. Naval sees leverage as the accelerator of wealth growth. Leverage is a tool to amplify your results without increasing your effort. Leverage comes in for labor, capital, technology, and media. Labor leverage amplifies results through teams. Capital leverage grows money with money. Technology leverage scales impact through code or products. And media leverage reaches global audiences through content. Take Warren Buffett. His Berkshire Hathaway uses capital leverage, investing in companies like Coca-Cola and Apple, moving compound interest snowball wealth. Naval writes, capital and technology leverage for surpass labor. Buffett doesn't micromanage, but lets capital work for him through precise investments. Similarly, YouTube creator Maria Sofia started sharing life tips, grew 1 million followers, and launched her own home goods brand. Her limited-time investment scaled globally through video content, boosting both influence and income. Media leverage's power lies in its low cost and high reach. Naval says, in the digital age, everyone can be a media outlet. Through blogs, podcasts, or short videos, individuals can reach global audiences at minimal cost. Take podcast host Tim Ferriss. His Tim Ferriss Show shares efficient lifestyle tips, attracting millions of listeners, leading to best-selling books and courses. His leverage comes from amplifying influence through content, not increasing work hours. Ordinary people can start on social media, sharing professional expertise or personal stories to build an audience. Technology leverage is equally powerful, especially in the automation era. Naval notes, one line of code can change the world. WhatsApp founder Brian Acton built a simple messaging app, sold to Facebook for $19 billion, showing how a small team can create massive value through technology. You don't need to be a coder to use technology tools like spreadsheets for finance or e-commerce platforms for sales can automate tasks. The key is finding tools that amplify your abilities. How do you apply leverage? Naval suggests starting with technology or media, like using automation tools to reduce repetitive work or sharing expertise on social platforms to build an audience. He says, leverage shifts you from linear to exponential growth. James Carter, a tech enthusiast, started coding for a company, but later built an automated finance app, released it on an open-source platform, and earned passive income through subscriptions. His success came from using technology to amplify his abilities. Labor leverage, though traditional, remains effective, especially in teamwork. Naval says, hire people better than you, and you free yourself. Nike founder Phil Knight collaborated with designers and marketers to grow Nike from a small shoe store to a global brand. Ordinary people can start with small teams, like collaborating with freelancers on projects. Kamila Novak, an e-commerce entrepreneur, began running her online store alone, but later hired designers and logistics staff, rapidly scaling her business. She learned to delegate rather than do everything herself. Where's your leverage? Are you trying to do everything alone? Consider where your leverage lies, in skills, networks, or content. Find it, and you've found the key to wealth. Chapter 3: The Wisdom of Long-Term Thinking. Naval says, "Think in decades, not years." Long-term thinking is the cornerstone of his philosophy for wealth and life. Short-term thinking traps us in seeking instant gratification, while long-term thinking focuses on compounding effects in wealth, health, and relationships. Like Amazon founder Jeff Bezos, when he started Amazon in 1994, e-commerce was nascent, yet he stuck to a customer-first, long-term strategy, investing in logistics and technology despite years of losses. Naval writes, "Play long-term games, because the rewards are massive." Bezos's patience transformed him from a bookstore owner to a global business titan, with Amazon's market value now exceeding $1 trillion. How can ordinary people practice long-term thinking? Naval suggests starting with small habits, like reading 30 minutes daily to compound knowledge. He says, "Compounding is the most powerful force in the universe." Sofia Rodriguez, a journalist, spent an hour daily learning data analysis and, after 5 years, became an industry expert, publishing a best-selling book. Her success came from persistent accumulation, not chasing quick wins. Long-term thinking applies not only to wealth, but also to relationships and personal growth. Naval says, "Relationships are long-term investments. Trust compounds over time." Oprah Winfrey built trust with audiences and guests over decades, turning her personal brand into a media empire. Starting from a local radio show, her authenticity and persistence created a global platform. Ordinary people can nurture relationships by contacting a friend weekly or helping a colleague, building a strong network over time. In learning, long-term thinking is equally critical. Naval notes, "Learn a little daily, and in a decade, you're an expert." Mathematician Chen Jingren spent decades studying the Goldbach conjecture, becoming a world-class scholar driven by passion, not short-term rewards. Ordinary people can read a professional book daily or practice a skill like language or painting to build expertise. Are you planting seeds for long-term goals? Long-term thinking requires delaying gratification. Naval says, "Delaying gratification is the secret to success." Investor Charlie Munger, partnering with Buffett, stuck to value investing for decades, avoiding short-term speculation, and built Berkshire Hathaway's legend. Ordinary people can practice this by saving monthly or meditating for 10 minutes daily to cultivate patience. Marcel Duval, a student, practiced guitar an hour daily and, after 5 years, became a professional musician performing internationally. His story reminds us, long-term thinking is the bridge to excellence. Naval urges, choose long-term games, and you'll win more. Chapter 4: Health is Wealth. Naval states, "Health is the foundation of wealth. Without a healthy body, wealth and happiness are meaningless." He advocates a minimalist approach to health, regular sleep, simple diet, and moderate exercise, not complex fitness plans or extreme diets. Take Japanese entrepreneur Kazuo Inamori. While founding Kyocera, he maintained early mornings and a simple diet, staying energetic into his 80s. Naval writes, "A healthy body is your most valuable asset." Inamori's daily walks and meditation supported Kyocera's decades of success. How can ordinary people practice this? Naval suggests simple steps: sleep 7 hours nightly, eat unprocessed foods, and exercise 3 times weekly. He says, Health doesn't need to be complex. Consistency is the answer. Carlos Fernandez, a graphic designer, overcame back pain from sitting by practicing 20 minutes of yoga and walking daily, eliminating pain and boosting focus within 2 years. His case shows that health investments yield outsized returns. Naval emphasizes that mental health is as crucial as physical health. He writes, "An anxious mind cannot create wealth. Mental health requires managing stress and emotions, such as through meditation or talking with friends." Ray Dalio, founder of Bridgewater Associates, uses daily meditation to manage stress, maintaining clear decision-making during financial crises. Ordinary people can start with 5-minute daily breathing exercises or keeping a gratitude journal to reduce anxiety. Vera Santos, a marketing specialist, overcame insomnia from work stress by running 3 times weekly and meditating daily, doubling her work efficiency. Naval says, "Health is the biggest variable you can control." Her transformation shows that combining mental and physical health fuels lasting energy. What are your mental health habits? Health is the foundation of all leverage. Without it, everything falls to zero. Health investments yield not only efficiency, but also a higher quality of life. Naval notes, health gives you time to enjoy wealth. Longevity researcher Peter Ashia maintains the vitality of a 30-year-old at 50 through optimized diet and exercise. His studies show that regular sleep and low-sugar diets significantly extend healthy lifespans. Ordinary people don't need complex plans, just cut back on carbs at dinner or sleep by p.m. Are your health habits adding value to your future? Chapter 5, The Inner Code of Happiness. Naval says, happiness is a state you choose, not a result of external things. He believes happiness comes from inner peace, not wealth, status, or others' approval. The essence of happiness is breaking free from the chains of desire and focusing on present contentment. Philosopher Elaine D. Botton, in The Architecture of Happiness, explores how environments affect mood, but concludes that true happiness stems from inner acceptance. Naval writes, "Desire is the root of suffering. Let go, and you're free." Botton finds peace through daily writing and reflection, staying grounded despite external criticism. How do you cultivate happiness? Naval suggests meditation and self-awareness to reduce reliance on external validation. He says, spend 5 minutes daily observing your emotions, and you'll find happiness is a skill. Isabella Montero, an artist, once struggled with anxiety from chasing fame, but found peace through daily meditation and journaling, unlocking a flood of creative inspiration. Her shift confirms Naval's view: happiness is an inner choice. Happiness requires specific tools, like meditation, gratitude, and living in the moment. Naval writes, happiness is the moment you stop comparing. Psychologist Martin Seligman's research on positive psychology shows that writing a gratitude journal can reduce depressive symptoms by 30%. Ordinary people can try this by noting 3 things daily that made them smile, gradually shifting their mindset. Oscar Ramirez, a photographer, once felt anxious comparing himself to peers, but started noting one grateful moment daily, like sunlight during a shoot or a client's smile, and after 6 months, found freer creativity and better client feedback. Naval says, happiness is a skill you can train. Oscar's experience proves that happiness comes from active choice, not waiting for external conditions. Are you chasing external validation? Naval reminds us, happiness is a muscle you can train. Happiness also ties to simplifying life. Naval writes, reduce desires, and you reduce suffering. Minimalist Joshua Fields Milburn quit a high-paying job, decluttered 90% of his possessions, and focused on writing and speaking, founding a globally known minimalism blog. His life proves that less is more. Ordinary people can start by clearing a closet or cutting social media time to free mental space. Clara Vila, an ad planner, once obsessed with consumption, began unplugging one day weekly for reading and walks, significantly boosting her happiness. What noise is cluttering your life? Chapter 6. The Journey of Self-Awakening. Naval says, you don't need to become someone else, just the best version of yourself. Self-awakening is the core of the Naval Ravikant, about recognizing your needs, values, and goals, breaking free from societal expectations to find your true path. In a world defined by standard answers, how do you hear your inner voice? Awakening is the starting point of wealth, happiness, and freedom. Take Steve Jobs. Ousted from Apple in 1985, he hit rock bottom, but used the low point for deep self-reflection. Naval notes, true breakthroughs begin with knowing yourself. Jobs traveled to India, studied Zen meditation, founded Pixar, and returned to Apple to launch the iPhone, changing the world. His awakening came from asking, what do I truly want? How can ordinary people start this journey? Naval suggests 3 steps: question, reflect, and act. First, ask yourself, what do I truly love? Or, what makes me feel fulfilled? These simple questions uncover truths hidden by societal expectations. Next, reflect through journaling or meditation to clarify beliefs and goals. He writes, spend 5 minutes observing your inner self, and you'll find answers already there. Finally, turn insights into action, even small ones. Lucas Blanco, a marketing manager, chased promotions and pay raises for a decade, but felt empty. Weekly journaling about moments of joy revealed his passion for education over marketing. Naval says, awakening is a process, not a destination. Lucas quit his high-paying job, enrolled in education courses, and became a career coach, helping others find their paths. The shift came from ongoing reflection and bold action, clarifying his mission. The biggest obstacle to awakening is fear and self-doubt. Naval says, fear is your greatest enemy. Face it, and you're free. Author Elizabeth Gilbert faced doubt and fear while writing Eat, Pray, Love, but through daily writing and meditation, she stayed true to herself, creating a global bestseller. Her story shows that awakening requires embracing discomfort and uncertainty. How can ordinary people overcome fear? Naval suggests small actions, like trying a new hobby or talking to strangers, to expand your comfort zone. Felix Alvarez, an engineer, feared public speaking but practiced 5-minute speeches weekly, eventually becoming a company trainer. His experience confirms Naval's view. Action is the catalyst for awakening. Awakening isn't about reaching perfection, but continually approaching your true self. Are you defined by others' expectations? Awakening also means breaking free from shoulds. Naval writes, society teaches you to be a machine. Awakening makes you human. Artist Vincent van Gogh, recognized in his lifetime, stayed true to his vision, leaving a timeless legacy. Ordinary people can question, this what I want, or what others expect, to examine choices. Ava Castillo, a lawyer, left a high-paying career to become a yoga instructor, finding fulfillment in teaching. Her shift shows that awakening is the courage to live for yourself. Naval reminds us, only by hearing your inner voice can you live a life truly your own. Conclusion: the balance of action and reflection. The Naval Ravikant isn't a get-rich-quick guide, but a mindset revolution for wealth, health, and happiness. Naval says, your life is the result of your choices. From the essence of wealth to the power of leverage, from long-term thinking to health and happiness, to self-awakening, his wisdom points to one core: you can design your life through action and reflection. Take hedge fund titan Ray Dalio. He built Bridgewater Associates using his principles system, blending reflection and action to navigate uncertainty. Naval notes, action is the continuation of thought. Dalio records daily decisions, reflects on outcomes, and refines strategies, making Bridgewater the world's largest hedge fund. His success lies in turning insights into action, the essence of Naval's philosophy. Thought guides action, and action grounds thought. Naval's philosophy is more than theory, it's an actionable framework. He writes, "Your life is your experimental laboratory." Tesla's chief designer Franz von Holzhausen joined an unproven electric car market but iterated designs to create the iconic Model S, driving industry change. His success came from putting creativity into practice, not just ideation. How can ordinary people apply Naval's wisdom? First, set clear goals, like learning a new skill monthly. Second, break actions into daily tasks. Third, review progress weekly and adjust. Sofia Martinez, a freelancer, was once disorganized but set 3 daily priorities and reviewed weekly, boosting income by 50% in 6 months. Her story shows that the cycle of action and reflection is the secret to success. How can ordinary people live? Naval's wisdom? Start with these 5 steps. Find your leverage, learn a scalable skill like coding, writing, or design to amplify your time and abilities. For example, Natalia Ferreira, a salesperson, spent 2 hours daily learning to code and, in 3 years, built a language learning app serving global users, achieving financial freedom. Embrace long-term thinking. Invest in our daily and self-improvement, like reading, exercising, or reflecting. Naval says, small steps lead to giant leaps. Persist for 5 years, and you'll see compounding miracles. Invest in health. Build simple habits like 7 hours of sleep, unprocessed foods, and 3 weekly workouts. Health is the foundation of all leverage. Cultivate happiness. Spend 5 minutes daily meditating or writing a gratitude journal to train inner peace. Happiness is a wealth you can access anytime. Keep awakening. Ask weekly, what do I truly want? To find direction through reflection and take bold first steps. Recall the opening question, where lies the secret to wealth and happiness? Naval's answer, use leverage to amplify abilities, long-term thinking to compound results, health to fuel dreams, and awakening to find direction. His philosophy isn't a distant ideal, but a practical path. Whether you're an entrepreneur, professional, or student, start today, learn a skill, tweak a habit, reflect on a question. Naval says, pursue what you truly want, not what others want you to want. His wisdom ultimately points to freedom time, financial and mental freedom. He writes, freedom is the right to say no. Investor Peter Thiel achieved financial freedom through PayPal and Palantir, allowing him to explore space and education reform. Ordinary people can start small, like declining pointless meetings or focusing on high-value tasks. Martin Lopez, a programmer, once drowned in trivial tasks but prioritized core projects, launching a startup in 3 years. His story shows that freedom comes from the power of choice. Where does your Naval Ravikant journey begin? Naval reminds us, every choice shapes your future. Start today with a small action. Read a page, write a gratitude note, ask an inner question. Over time, you'll find wealth, health, and happiness already in your hands.